Welcome back to another episode of ZenTalks. I'm Deepthi and today we have a special one. We are talking about a big update in the entire Zoho's ecosystem. So let's jump into the newest things that are hitting everyone's screen right now. The newest updates in Zoho ecosystem. If you haven't seen the pop-outs yet, get ready. It's officially becoming the default and we have Mr. Jose with us to help us. So, welcome back to the show, Mr. Jose. How are you doing?
Extremely well, Deepthi. And how about you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. So, ready to break it down for us?
Yeah. So, thanks for having me again on the show, Deepthi. And yeah, it's happening like a midway for a lot of people. For smaller organizations like under 50 users, it's already here.
Okay.
If you're like a bigger organizations, you will see that like a try new UI banner, but mark the date April 23rd on your calendar.
Okay.
That's when the switch becomes mandatory.
I know people are creatures of habit and usually hate it when their buttons move. So why do you think Zoho is forcing this?
It's actually about the ergonomics. Monitors are getting wider, not taller. Zoho is moving from that long line of modules at the top of the expanding left-handed sidebar, and it takes a second to adjust, but it keeps the workspace much cleaner.
And one warning for admins listening. The new UI makes settings much more accessible and it's right under the big shiny press button. And now, Jose, so what's the risk over there?
The risk is the permissions.
Okay.
You need to check your profiles immediately. You don't want a curious salesperson accidentally creating a new modules or like a workflow just because they saw a new button and they wanted to see what it does.
Okay, that's understandable. So let's move something a bit more technical that you have been excited about, CRM Queries. So you call this a cheat code for integration. So can I know why?
Because most people over-engineer their integrations.
Okay.
Zoho just expanded the support for MySQL, PostgreSQL, and SQL Server itself, plus cloud giants like AWS and Google Cloud.
So for a technical founder, I know all these terms will make sense. So can you please explain for non-technical founders, why should they care about this?
Imagine your sales team needs to see if a QuickBooks invoice was paid, but they don't know how to edit the invoice. Instead of building a massive two-way sync that might break, you just have to use a query. It pulls the data into a Canva view or like a related list in the CRM. It's like a view-only window into your other databases. It keeps the CRM lean.
Okay, so but what about the security? So doesn't this SQL server you are talking about have to be open to the internet in order to do that?
Usually yes,
Okay.
But there's a workaround. If you have a local network, you use the Zoho data bridge. It's a small download that acts as like a secure middleman between your local server and Zoho. It turns a security headache into a 30-minute setup. That's it.
Okay, so that's it about Zoho CRM. Let's move to Zoho Desk then. So they have finally addressed notification fatigue. I think we all have the little red number on the bell that we just ignore now.
Exactly. It's the boy like who cried wolf. Now agents can filter notifications by department or event type. If I am in support, but I have visibility into the RMA department, I don't need a ping every time an RMA ticket changes status.
Okay, so less noise, more focus. And also, Jose, I just went through the Zoho Desk setup and I also saw this small snippet moved. Can you just explain more?
Yeah, it's like a huge update. Previously, snippets, those pre-written templates, were only for like small replies, but now you can use them in the comments as well. Whether it's an internal note for a manager or like a summary for the client portal, you can now trigger them in like shortcut itself.
Okay, I believe that's gonna save a lot of time. Let's pivot to the money side, Zoho billing. I'm seeing a lot of updates from companies who are selling physical goods.
Zoho is moving towards the subscription box model. So think of coffees or razors. You can now create subscriptions for items, not just the abstract plans. It's still a bit of like an unmade decision on how it integrates with fulfillment and sales orders, but the direction is clear.
Okay, so I also saw they added this net versus gross retention reports. So in plain English, why should our listeners or anyone should care about that?
So it's like a leaky bucket test. Okay,
Okay.
gross retention only shows how much money is in the bucket, but the net retention tells you if there is a hole in the bottom. So it proves if your existing customers are actually sticking around or quietly leaving. So having this built in means you get the truth instantly without like needing a data science thing and all.
Okay, so and a quick note for legal terms. So Zoho contracts now supports backdating. Is it true?
You're right. We have all been there. So like you start the work in January, but don't sign the contract until the March. Now you can memorize that start date also. Just a disclaimer, check with your legal counselor first, because backdating isn't allowed even in every jurisdiction.
Okay, so this one is my favorite of all the updates. Ask Zia in Work Drive. You actually tested this with Shakespeare?
Yeah, I did. I fed Zia an 80-page PDF of much ado about nothing. It took about 5 minutes into index, and then I treated it like an LLM.
And can it handle the old English?
Surprisingly well. I asked who does Claudia intend to marry, and it gave me the name hero and cited to the page number also. But for business owners, the real win is like a video summaries. So if you miss like a 60-minute recorded meeting, you can ask the Zia to summarize the key action points. It's the most practical use of AI in an ecosystem right now.
Okay, so for our developers, you mentioned a specific tripping point with Zoho Books and Deluge. I bet Vijay is gonna love this one.
This is a classic. In most Zoho apps, you update a field with a simple key value pair. But in Zoho Books, you have to pass a list of maps. Okay, so if you don't bundle that label and value into a map inside a list, the code will fall every time.
So we also saw this new AI Zia assistant in Deluge for Zoho Desk. Is it actually good at coding in real?
It's like 80%.
Okay.
So 80% there. So it's like you are vague. You might give your CRM code instead of desk code. But if you give a detailed step-by-step prompt, then it's a great add. Best practices like null checks. It's a great companion for junior developers.
Okay, so I know Zoho Flow is very good at connections and integrations, and finally Command Center 2.0 came up. So how is this different from Zoho Flow?
Zoho Flow is like for one-off connections.
Okay.
Command Center is the master orchestrator. It's one giant visual flowchart that tracks the whole customer journey, from the first lead in the CRM to the final invoice in the books. It's for human intuition. It's for the human intuition. You see your whole business's process in one map.
Okay, this is a huge week of updates from UI overhauls to AI reading Shakespeare's. Things are moving fast in Zoho ecosystem.
Yes, they are. And if you're feeling overwhelmed by the UI change or the Deluge maps, remember, you can find our free Zoho CRM course and the advanced Zoho CRM tutorials at zeducator.com.
Exactly. And if you want to master these tools before any big updates, head over to zeducator.com and check out our complete Zoho CRM course. And of course, our fundamental Zoho CRM course is absolutely free for everyone. See you in the next one.